Hey guys, Gotham Comics here, welcome back. As you can see from that backdrop, this weekend was Boston Comic-Con, so I will be showing you a Comic-Con haul. I was there for 2 out of the 3 days this weekend, and I got some great books and some other stuff too. So this will be a long video, but stick with it and hopefully you enjoy it. And away we go. The first thing I'm going to show you actually is a print by Norman Lee. This is actually kind of a touching story. I was at a panel with Robin Lord Taylor, and before the panel even started, they announced that Norman Lee, who was presumed dead after being, he went snorkeling in the Cayman Islands and was never found, so he's presumed dead. In his honor, his family has made a foundation to fund the college tuition for 1 year of one college art student every year. So, the proceeds from his original and copied work go to this foundation. So I bought this today, and it's really just a moving story, and I'm going to put the details in a link to the foundation down below if I can find it. But really just a touching story. So yeah, just a nice shot there of Punisher and SpiderMan. I'm not really much for Punisher, but I really love the poses. SpiderMan there just looks excellent. Anyway, that's really the sad story for this haul. The rest is pretty positive, so the rest is all books. So here we go. Thor 157. This is just a good looking book. I mean, I know it says Ragnarok there in the corner, right over here, but this book isn't worth anything because of a movie or anything like that. I just love the cover. I mean, look at those reds. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cover. They may end up using part of this storyline for the Ragnarok movie, but as of now, it's a pretty affordable book. I mean, I just love that cover. I mean, who doesn't? Just really great. So here's the second book I'm going to show you now. Daredevil 131. I got this one for an absolute song. One of the reasons why is because there's this tiny little chunk missing right over here. Let me get in a little bit closer. So a significant piece missing, but the book is otherwise intact. The inside is beautiful. You get 98% of the cover, and this is a big book. It's the first appearance of Bullseye. He's going to be a villain sooner or later. In the Netflix TV show, but I just love this book. It's actually a pretty cool cover as well, and Bullseye being Daredevil's #1 nemesis, so I had to take it. I got a really great price for it, and yeah, next book, very much an under the radar book. I've been looking for it for a while, and on eBay, this book, this Amazing Spider-Man 149, is incredibly hard to find inexpensively, but I found this for very reasonable, very straightforward price at Comic-Con. This Amazing Spider-Man 149 is the first appearance of the Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly, and I really just love that storyline. To me, this is like a very, very minor key. But you look at eBay for this book, you're going to pay between $20 and $70 for it anyway. This book, it's got this little wrinkle here. It's not water damage, it's kind of a wrinkle, but that can be pressed out. And to me, that's not altering the book in any way. You're just flattening it. So I'm gonna, see if I can press it. I'm talking about like flattening with books on books on books, not like ironing it or steaming it in any way. But yeah, even minor key. Just something for my own enjoyment. Cool cover. I should mention also that the kind of like maybe the fame of these books, the coolness factor is kind of like worst to greatest or least to greatest. So anyway, we start to up the ante a little bit with this one. Amazing Spider-Man number 32. Just a really, really awesome Ditko cover there. This kind of ties into a very classic storyline between issues 31 and 34. This book is in pretty solid condition. There really isn't a lot wrong with it. Just a little bit of chipping kind of on the right side of it over here. I don't think you can even really see it in the video, but just a great cover. really wanted. I'm a big Spider-Man collector. I have a goal of getting 1 through 100, and I think this is like my 36th book now, you know, within that run. My lowest overall is Amazing Spider-Man number 10. Yeah. More on that later, actually. There's some other stuff I want to show you. So, you know, next book is one that I just, I love it, but I don't really know why I love it. I think it's for the cover. You know, this might be the first cover where you see the good guys, you know, in kind of a, not a civil war, but fighting among themselves for the first time. And this is just typical Jack Kirby, just having these guys just slogging it out. It is a beautiful cover. Fast and Fantastic Four number 73. I love this cover. I highly recommend it for anybody, and I don't know if it's a key or if it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you just look at a book and you just want it for your own, and you know, I took this one. Just a gorgeous book. All right, heating up. Story on this one. Avengers Number 11, first Spider-Man crossover with the Avengers. This book, the only thing I don't like about it, honestly, is that the web in the background is so like perfectly geometric. You know, for me, Spider-Man's webs are like more free-flowing and, you know, not as geometric. But this book has gotten crazy ever since, you know, they announced that Spider-Man would be, you know, making his cameo in Civil War. You know, they even mentioned him in Ant-Man, so there's that. But you know, I've wanted this book for a long time. I'm a big Spidey collector. I try to get my hands on anything Spider-Man related that kind of ties into the Amazing Spider-Man. This book I found for $120 on eBay like 3 weeks ago, and I best offered the guy $80. He offered me $90, and I didn't take it. And like a week after, these books started going through the roof. Like, you didn't see them on eBay that much, and the ones you did see were just, you know, $200, $220. I paid more than $90 for this book, but I'm not going to tell you how much. But to me, this is like a perfect lesson. When you see a book that you want and it's a good deal, get it. You just never know how things are going to change. You know, I paid more than I would have liked for this one, but you know, it didn't break the bank at all, thankfully. I mean, I wouldn't have bought it if it did. But yeah, should have bought this one way earlier, and honestly, if I had waited any longer, I don't think I would have gotten as good of a deal on it. This next book is a book I got a phenomenal deal on, especially considering the shape that it's in, and I just love this cover. I was walking around the con after I got this book, and literally everyone who saw me holding it complimented me on it. This is a Strange Tales 107. Just an absolutely beautiful, priceless, incredible cover. I mean, water versus fire, torch versus submariner, just like such a great cover. Never judge a book by its cover, so I'm really excited to read it. But I really just wanted this book, and I got a phenomenal deal on it. This was, you know, beside the next book I'm getting, this was really one of the highlights, you know, of the con for me. You know, it's probably this book, you know, getting the Avengers, and then this next book, you know, really just made it for me. So, the last book is this one right here. Amazing Spider-Man number 16, the first Daredevil crossover in Amazing Spider-Man. Daredevil still wearing the yellow suit. But what's cool about this one is that it's now signed by Stan Lee. I've actually had this book for about 3 months now. I've decided a long time ago, when I found out Stan Lee was coming to Comic-Con, that this would be the book he'd sign. You know, between getting into the building on Saturday and getting Stan Lee to put pen to paper, it took 4 hours to wait for this book, which, you know, from what I understand, actually isn't that bad, you know, considering who he is and some of the amount of time that it's taken in the past at other cons. You know, I think he'd been signing for a while, so I don't know if it's... You'd have to get someone to verify it. You know, it's got intrinsic value. You know, I know it's signed by Stan Lee, and that is just so special. And I love this cover because these are two of my favorite characters. Spider-Man being number 1, Daredevil, you know, he's been number 2 for a while, but, you know, still, just a gorgeous book, and I'm just so excited. I don't know who else went to the Boston Comic-Con besides me, but, you know, tell me if you made this observation. I couldn't find, or I saw one or none of Amazing Spider-Man number 2, number 6, number 8, Strange Tales 135, I saw none. I saw no Tales to Astonish 57. I didn't see any first Iron Mans. I didn't see any first Ant-Mans. Yeah. I don't know. Just those. Oh, and Captain America 109. Did not see any of those. So, you know, those are out hiding. You know, obviously some of those books have, you know, varying degrees of rarity. But, you know, at other cons, I swear, they haven't been this elusive. I thought they were incredibly elusive this time. So anyway, I'm just curious to hear your thoughts on that. But, you know, this has been kind of an expensive month for me. If any of you who've been following my videos have, you know, can probably tell. Just a lot of books. Some of it's been luck, some of it's been planned, but, you know, I've had a high volume of videos lately. I don't know how that's going to change in the coming weeks and months, but, you know, hopefully I can keep you entertained. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you, you know, continue to comment, continue to subscribe. I hope you enjoy these videos. And, yeah, don't be a stranger. Remember, Gotham Comics with an X. Have a good night, guys.